Guys, you're welcome back again to my life. So today we have a lot to talk about. This is not a gossip um, life, but it's a life where we want to talk about life. Let's start with this case going around Regina Daniels and her beloved husband. Now, first of all, I'm one person who vowed not to take advice from anybody that has not lived with a man for up to 2 years. I mean, living with a man. Why is it important to know some things? Like, literally, you need to know. Living with men that are a bit older than you can come up sometimes as controlling. You might feel this man is controlling. Why? He's not controlling. He's just being, hmm, he's just who he is. It's important to understand, okay, now let me just title it because I don't even know what I'll title this. Before you say I do to a man that is older than you, that is way older than you, these are some of the things you need to know. First of all, the man will be very sweet. Will be financially, you will be okay. You will be okay financially, like really well. You'll be good. They will take you shopping and everything. You live in the best house, you drive the best cars. But what I want to talk about are things that are done outside closed door, beyond closed doors. What are some of the things you know? Like, what are some of the things that happens when you are in a relationship with an older man? As somebody who has dated or been with an older man, these are some of the things that a lot of people do not talk about. Let's jump right into it. Number one, they have seen life. Older men have seen life. So when you are going in there, you are going in there as, I don't know, but I've dated young, I've dated older. So Regina Daniel dated married Ned Woko because, I mean, he's very older than her. He's 3 times her age. So there are some things as an older person, as a younger person, you find controlling, and as an older person, you found as is a normal behavior. You do not expect somebody that is, let's say I'm married, which I'm not, married to somebody that is like times two my age. The person might come across as controlling because the person is not going to go, hey Mercy, how are you? Can you move that thing? The person will like, babe, can you please move that thing? And then you find it as rude. But it's not rude, it's just how older people speak. If you understand this thing, you will enjoy being in a relationship with older people. But if you do not understand it, you will struggle. Now, older men are very sweet, they're very nice until you get to know them. When you get to live with them, you know that that things you find controlling that are normal. You cannot be married to an older man, a man that is times two your age, and you point to it and say, you stupid man. No, you cannot do that. You cannot dress in a certain way while dating or being in a relationship with an older man. He probably has had two wives or probably has had relationships before you. But that does not make it that you guys have to meet in a certain position. Like, I don't know how to explain it, like for people to understand that when you are dating a matured man or an older man, there's some level of maturity that is expected of you. There is a big level of maturity that is expected of you. So when I hear people be like, "Oh, I once dated another man. He was very controlling," is because you do not understand that he's older than you with maybe 20 years. So you do not expect him to buy to going out at night, because older people becomes insecure with age. I mean, I think everybody should know this. Like, if you're dating an older man, they become insecure with age. The way they used to perform when they're in their 30s is not the way they perform when they're in their 60s. It's different. They do not have that energy anymore. So you as their girlfriend needs to understand that this man is not controlling, but he's just being insecure. I don't know if I'm making sense. Because it's just people who date older people, they complain a lot. Oh, or people who are married to people that times two their age. Oh, he's so controlling. He's not controlling. You are not just understanding him. There is a difference. Relationship with an older person is different from relationship with your age mate, with somebody that is just 5 years older than you. If an older person that's had children, you cannot be wearing long lashes like this and be following them out. You need to have a certain level of maturity. Now, Regina Daniel's case is not a case of, okay, for me, what I see there is like, she was not, she didn't know what she was signing up for. She did not know. First of all, relationship, like I said earlier in this video, I will never take marital advice from somebody that has not lived with a man for at least 2 years. Now, this is my reason. If you have lived with a man, you can advise me like, oh, men are like this. But if you go, that's why, okay, I don't say is something good people do, like when you are now married or when you are now in a relationship, you leave your single friends. It's not a good thing. But this is something to know. When you are not living with a man and I come to you for advice, you'll be like, now wow, now so is that how they behave? Men. But because if I'm talking to a fellow married woman or somebody that is in a relationship, committed relationship, it will be, oh, yeah, but my husband does that too. Or my boyfriend does that too. We're living together for 4 years, 3 years. The same way the man will still go to his friends that is in a relationship. I'm like, can you imagine this girl? If he's a single guy, I'll be like, why is she treating you like that? Please push her at the corner. But relationship, like I see a lot of people typing, oh, Regina should have left. Regina should have done this. Please go and be in a relationship for at least 2 years before you advise people that are in relationship. And it really breaks my heart to see a lot of people who are in a relationship take advice from people that have not stayed 6 months with in a relationship. Now, this goes for man and woman. Relationship is complicated enough than to have people pop nosing in it. Now, for me, I feel like for you to be able to have a successful relationship, it's all about understanding. Why does my partner do this? Before you start jumping, he's controlling, he's. Now, I've been married before and I'm in one of currently. So I know what I am talking about. So before you start jumping from pillar to post, telling all your friends your business as a married woman, the ones that are not in a relationship, those are some of the things you need to know. Older men can come across as controlling, but they are not. It's who they are and it's how they speak. You cannot tell a man that was born maybe 40 years ago, and now you are in your 20s, and now you're telling the man, no, move, don't, I want to rearrange this house. All his memories are in that house. Of course, he's not going to let you do that. If you are looking for where you want your words wants to matter, go and be with people of your age. So when it comes to relationship, like today, I really want to talk about relationship matter, because at the end of the day, we are all living in a world where everybody is now deciding, okay, is he be controlling? Now, there is no it's not negotiable when it comes to violence, domestic violence. It's not a negotiable thought. Like, the minute you know my man is a hitter, is a woman beater, leave. There's no question. There is no question. There's no question. There are a lot of women who still stays. Okay, I give you hand, but one hit, girl, I'm out. Now, I mean, I know some people be like, why is she saying one hit? Like, has she even ever been married? Just because I did not come on live or go on social media to say, okay, I was married for 5 years and then I left because he hit me, blah, blah, does not mean people don't have experiences. There are a lot of people who just keep a certain part of their life private. So before you start jumping to go and advise that your friend that is married, just make sure before you now say, oh, leave your husband, make sure you too, you at that point you are in a relationship. Because I would not advise it, but I now see the reason why a lot of girls neglect or leave the circle of friends they've had before they get married, because it's a whole different ball game. To some, you might like, I will never do this when I'm married. I will never. It's just like having a kid. You, the best people who knows how to advise parents are those who do not have kids. But the minute you have kids, all those advice goes, you know, back there. Nobody cares. That's why I often tell people, do not advise parents. Give a suggestion, but do not advise them. As an adult, you can advise me, but you cannot tell me what to do. So why do you think you can be advising parents who know their kids? Who knows their kids? So literally, being in a relationship with older men, if you do not know some of these things, you will literally think that they are controlling, but they are not. It is who they are. It is how they are. It's how they've been even before you came in their life. Older person's relationship, it is way different than your other relationship, if I would call it that. If I would call it that. Because you kind of see a lot of people advising Regina, leave him, until you have been there. To know, like, people who date older men, I think there should be a school, because a lot of people go into that thinking, oh, I'm going to just, this man is my, I don't know how to say it. Dating another man is not like, that's why a lot of people, older men are controlling. They are not controlling, no. It's who they are. They might come across as controlling, but they are not controlling. So before you jump into that, oh, he's giving me the word, think about it. That man has seen life. You are just coming up. You are in your 20s. Even if you're in your 30s, as far as times two your age, just know that the relationship is not the same as the way you the way you perceive it. I mean, with if you're dating your age mate, let's say somebody that's 5 years older than you can be laughing. I'm like, ha ha ha, you can be best of friends. But with an older man, you cannot be best of friends. He's your advisor. He's your provider. He takes care of you. You have the luxury cars, the house, whatever you think you need, you have it. But just know that there are some things you cannot do while you are in a relationship that is somebody that is way older than you. First of all, you are forced to be matured. I will say forced because you cannot be dating somebody that is times three your age and expect to dress like you are 5 years old, or sorry, like you're 20. You cannot dress your age when you are in a relationship with somebody that is half your age. Or depends, if you are 30 and you're dating a man that is 60, you'll not be wearing open back and be following him. You cannot be wearing crop top and be following him. There's a level of maturity that is expected of people that are of that age. So I do not care if you are 50 or if you are 20-year-old girl, and then you are dating a man that is 50. The way that you see things automatically gets is different, because you are not like you have to meet in the middle. Yes, he will compromise to make sure, okay, you have this, you have that, tolerate you, because I mean, girls, we already have attitude. Not to talk of if you are younger and your man is older. Sometimes he speak to you like he's your father. All these are some of the things people do not know about before they get into relationship that their partner is times two older than. The man might wake up one day and the way you speak to him be like, will you stop that? Am I your mate? It does not mean he's throwing you in the bus. It just means that it's that age where he tells you, I'm not your mate. So before you start going, oh, older men are controlling, these are some of the things you know. There is no way I will tell a kid that is 10 years, I'm like, please move that thing. The same way an older man that is a lot older than you will not tell you, my love, please move that thing. No, he will like, I will go, move that thing. What is he doing there? At some point, you get irritated and you go, what is wrong with you? Don't you think you act like a child? Because it's the age. It is, I've seen life. That kid hasn't. So, going online and see people saying you married a man that is older than you, a man that, you need to know what it takes. A lot of people are praying for older men to take care of them as a young girl. You're praying, say, God, please send older men to take care of me. But do you know these things? Do you have an idea of what it entails to be an older man's wife or girlfriend? Like I said, older men sometimes comes across as control freak, but their age, they are not control freak. I think I should write a book on how to date an older man, stay married to him, and enjoy, because the more you give yourself to an older man, like a young boy, like there are ways you go and they go, baby, be matured. But when he's older and then you melt at him, even to a younger man, he just gives you the world. It's just like being married to somebody your age. And all the time you're behaving like a fellow man. He tells you, baby, can you do this? And then, please, I'm your wife, not your slave. You start ranting. He will start seeing you as bro. The same thing is in a relationship. So Regina Daniel's case is not any different than, well, if it's domestic violence, yes, it's different. But when abuse get to do, well, I mean, I'll talk about that in our next video. But the main thing I'm talking about is to know the difference. What is abuse and what is control? Is he controlling, or he's just acting his age? Back then when we were growing up, I mean, you cannot look at an older man and call him by his name. But at least you're married to this one as a older man, elderly man, and then you still call him by his name, which is okay. Depends on your kind of relationship. Depends on what you agree to call each other. So I don't know why I'm talking about it, but I have seen both sides, and a lot of women get it wrong because they see the way the older men treat you, my queen, my this, buys you the heaven and earth, forgetting that there is reality behind closed doors. You cannot just wake up in the morning and just start renovating an older man's house. He's so controlling, he doesn't want me to. Those are memories. Memories. Oh, so I've talked so much. I need to be paid to talk about all this, like literally. People need to start paying me to tell them if they want to go into a relationship with older men, what and what to expect and what not to expect. Doesn't mean I'm one, yeah, overly experienced in that field. Yes, I have experiences, but I have seen people, I've seen things. I have friends who are successfully married to people who are way older than them, and they're having a striving relationship. That is because they understand that that man is older. Some people marry men that like the age of their father and expect the man all of a sudden to just yeah. I don't know how you people do it though. I expect the man to be like, oh, he's my. All of a sudden, you just expect the man to come down to your level. It doesn't happen like that. We have a lot of we have a lot of girls who wants to marry financially independent man. But can you stand it? Maybe I'll make a YouTube video on that. Can you? You want to be a man that is financially independent. Can you stand it? Will you be able to stand it? The lateness, the lack of attention, the will you be able to stand the workaholism? Will you? Oh, I want to marry a woman that is career driven. Are you sure? I want to marry a woman that is successful. Are you sure? So before you start saying, I want to marry an older man that will pay my bills, that will take care of me, that have money, that does this, note that that man has seen life. And sometimes he may come across as controlling, which might not be his intention. Maybe I'm supposed to do in video on that and post. I'll do it. I'm not going to stock that one on live. You guys will wait for that video. Because you just see a lot of people go off on social media and just talk what they don't know. And a lot of people are so influenced by social media. They are so influenced, easily influenced. Are you ready for a man to be very jealous of you? Insecure, and you're like, there's a video that was going around and they were like, Pal Ned Woko is very insecure. Of course he's insecure. He's 60 something. And he's with a girl of 20. What are you expecting? Grow up. Even if you that's watching me now, when you get to that age, you will be insecure. First of all, it's not because they're insecure. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Guys, please. Know this and know peace. That when a man start getting older, same as women, they get insecure in some part of the body. Why do you think so women see young girls and they start saying, see the way she's dressed. See the way she's doing. Why do you think like that? Age with time. That's why they say take care of your body, take care of this while you're young, what you eat right now, it was shows in the future. Especially, I mean, in to that, I really do not have much to say about that. But the only thing I would tell you is that before you go into a relationship where your partner is times two your age, watch this video again and again and get a pen and paper. That okay, this thing that I'm chasing, I will have it too. I will have a Lamborghini. I will have a fat account balance. But I'm still going to be this person, you know? Because we all get it twisted sometimes. We get it twisted. So because it's a good relationship or because the man is older than you and buys you heaven and earth, there is no the downsides of being married to somebody that is way older than you. It is it affects your mental health sometimes. That the depends. Okay, let me even make this clear. It all depends on the older person you chill with. I mean, I've dated older people that I could say anything to them. First of all, I'm a matured looking girl. Not bad looking, but matured looking. I am I do not dress like to open off, no. I do not have energy to show off. So I mean it could work for me, right? But if you're somebody, it all depends on still your personality. If you're somebody that wants or that crave a man to be there to sit with you, or that wants to dress in a certain way, show up in a certain way, then the matured man's life is not for you. Is not for you. These are some realities a lot of us don't know about. We just jump into that relationship, jump into it. Just because it's giving us money, we just think it's still the same thing when you a man say, "Oh, I want to marry a working class woman." Are you sure? That one will come back from work very tired, will not be able to cook. That working class woman will not have your time. That working class woman comes back and all she wants to do is to sleep. And you in one corner, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to get some smashing tonight. You ain't getting nothing. She's working class. She's doing 50-50 as you. Well, I think I should make a video on 50-50. The downside of going 50-50. So when I have a client that actually told me that when they were getting married, him and the man, because at that time, I mean, she was financially independent, she had her life and had it, everything, and then she went 50-50 with this man. Now this client started regretting having 50-50 with a man. You know why? Because she couldn't do it anymore. So before you start going 50-50 with a man, also think about your life. Are you sure? Some of my relationship I've been into, I've told them like, if you are looking for a woman for 50-50, I'm a black Nigerian woman. I'm an African, the real definition of an African woman. We do not do such. We do not do such. We go for Odogo. So before, as a Nigerian person, you start then I am looking for God to give me an Odogo. Check out the downsides. Know the do's and the don'ts. I'm going to repeat it. I've said it countless times again. I can never accept, receive marital advice from somebody that at least has not been, you don't have to be married to live with a man, that has not lived with a man for at least 2 years. There is nothing you have to tell me. That is because you have no idea, men. I'm not talking about the one that your husband is abroad, you are in this country. I'm talking about living together for at least 2 years. At least 2 years. So, if you are still going for advice from social media, a lot of people on the comment of Regina Daniels saying, "Oh yeah, why did you marry him?" They don't have relationship. They don't have what it relay. Not to talk of sheep. They don't have it. So it's easy for them to judge and say, "Oh, why does my nose itch?" It's easy for them to judge and say, "Oh yes, leave and yeah, It's easy for you to say it. And for those that are saying Regina Daniel should leave it, if it's domestic violence, please, as much as you can, carry your bag and run as fast as your leg can carry you. But people who goes into a relationship with the idea of, oh, with the idea of, I want a man that's financially independent. I want an older man that will not stress me. You will also become a baby. A babe, baby is where you be. You have the whole luxury you want, but sometimes you start feeling controlled. I'm not saying to be intentional, but sometimes they just say something and you feel, why does he talk like that? It's because he's older. Because he's older. I read a book where the woman was saying you should never ever negotiate something like that with a kid. And I'm like, well, as a kid, you do not negotiate. Huh? You say, stop that, you stop that. But imagine now marrying somebody that have trained two girls. They are now in university and now you're marrying him. That you are now the same age as the daughter. What do you expect the man to tell you? The man will negotiating with female terrorists. He's not going to do that. So people should go easy on people who comes out with marital problems. Imagine somebody coming out. Let's even talk about that one, because I'm running out of what to say. Imagine, and I still have like 20 minutes. Imagine Regina Daniels coming and say, "Oh yeah, she's abused, blah blah," and then the whole internet is going off on her. Yes, but you chose money. I don't understand. What is wrong with you people? Nothing they happen. You don't have anything to say. Please shush. Go easy on people. Oh yeah, Regina, that a lot of people are just, I don't get it. Instead of you to like, you people would talk the girl into unaliving herself. You talk her into that. Are you not the one that went for money? Let's even talk about going for money. Yes, you go into relationship. What's the difference? What is the difference between being married to an older man and being married to a younger man? No, let me rephrase it. What's the difference with being married to an older man that is financially rested than going for a young guy that's not financially stable? What's the difference? Because we all go on with Regina Daniels. Like, if you were to be in a show, your family is not like the most rich in the, it's not rich, they are just average, struggling. Not struggling, at least they can have 3 square meal. but they cannot wake up one day and like, okay, their car is acting up, I want to change it. They have to save up for it. And now a man that can just say, you want a private jet? I'm just going to get it for you. But it's like twice or three times your age, won't you go? So you guys should take it easy with your judgments. The only thing I'm just saying in this video is like, before you now decide to go, know that there are older men. They will act like elders. Especially if they've had kids, they've had wives or wife previously, they were married before, just know that they will act their age elders. I've talked so much like, guys, you guys should tap something, say something. Jesus Christ. Say something to me. Guys should say something, no. If you're on my live, say hi. Say hello. Say something. I'm literally tired of talking. Hey, sister girl. How are you? Hello, mama. How are you? We were talking about when, before you marry an older man, think about your life. Think about it, because some of them will come out as controlling by others, which is not their intention, no, to come out as controlling. Is their age. There is, okay, let's use me and my best friend now, Etta Emmanuel. She's older than me. There are sometimes she will not tell me please. Even as much as me too, I have my own wahala. But because she knows she's older than me, there's no way she can come. We live in the same house. And then she say, oh, Missy, please. Well, she's a very polite woman. But there's no way she'll go and then, Missy, please, can you help me get that thing? She can just say, please get that thing for me. There's a difference in tone when you're older than somebody. The same thing when you're married to somebody that is way older than you. Even myself, sometimes I'll not be stubborn. I'm like, can't you say please? And then she'll be like, okay, please. So it's like that when you marry somebody older than you. You come out as controllable, but it's not. It's not, people. So get it together. Before you go into that older relationship, you see the money and you go, oh my God, I'm going to go. You must learn to dress. You must learn to dress maturely. You need to meet that older man you are married to at a certain point. It's just like you are marrying a man that is times 2 of your age. You cannot be dressing with crop top, having tattoos on your chest. You cannot. Gen Z life finish. My best friend said I should add one more poem. At least one, add please. So you cannot be just Gen Z when you are going to marry somebody times 2 your age. Now you are the one that wants a man that is successful. Now you see it. That's why when men goes, I want a woman, a working class woman, and I'm like, are you sure? Go and look at people that are married to successful women, yeah. Go and look at them. The woman is hardly around. The man is very unhappy and lonely. At some point, end up cheating and end up in divorce. So as a man, before you are thinking of, I want a woman and I'll be sharing 50-50 with, go and ask advice from your father, because your father did not do that. You will need that advice. You will need it. These are some of the things like people hardly talk about. You will need the advice because somebody is, yeah, he's getting you the whole heaven and earth. He's getting your private jet. You think the man will now be negotiating with you? He will just tell you. I made an example of my friend. My friend, she's older than me. At times she'll be like, Mercy, please shut up. I will, I mean, even if it's with joke, I can never tell her that. Even if it's with joke. Then you're married to somebody that is times two your age, you're now laughing. Stupid. Eh? And then the man goes, no, don't say that to me. And then you go, oh, he's a joy kid. No, it's not joy kid, it's his age. He is his age. It's the way he is. See the way I've been talking for almost 45 minutes. I've been like talking about this matter. Like, guys, I made a video. I'm going to be posting it after my life in 15 minutes on things nobody tells you before marrying an older man. You want to marry a man that is he has your mate at home. He has your age as a daughter. And then you think he will let's call a spade a spade. He will control you. He's the one paying for everything. Why do you think a lot of women go at least have your own money? Have your own money, oh, but still don't be grow more than the world, don't be stupid. There are ways you live your life with a marriage, don't ever try that. Women are not smiling. With an older man, he will not be able to tell you, don't be stupid. But when you, as a younger person, married to an older man and you start acting stupidly, he probably looked at you in the face and like, my darling, don't be stupid. And you're like, why does he have to speak? Yes, he has to speak to you like that. He has to. Somebody have to say it. So before you guys go off on Regina Daniels, like, oh, why did she marry a man for money? Think about it. If you are not from a rich home and one man just came, changed your life, bought you a house, bought you a Lamborghini, to start driving, taking you around the world with a private jet, and say, will you marry me? Won't you? Won't you? All these Georginas, won't you marry him? You will. But because you don't have the opportunity, you're going off on the little girl. That she's a mother of two. I shouldn't call her little girl. But she didn't have the experience. If she had the experience, let's say she knows all these points I've given. Guys, if you're looking for the points I gave before, I'm not going to say it again. Go back on this live to watch the point I gave before. If she has seen this video, probably she'll be like mentally prepared for it. She'll be like, you would have been mentally prepared for being married to somebody that is wealthy and times three your age. So for those of you that are still praying to God to give you partners that are financially sound, mentally sound, only you, tall, handsome, older, zaddy, as this generation would call it. We always pray, also pray that God give you the patience. Because it takes patience to live with a man self that is of your age, same age as you. Not to talk of the man that is not same age as you. You will need extra patience. You will need God himself to hand you patience, to baptize you with the spirit of patience. You will go to churches where they are praying for patience. You will need it. For you to be able to stay married, you need patience. Now, for you to be able to stay happily married with an older man that's times three your age, you need to put patience in a pool. Then you baptize in it. That's the kind of patience you need. And the same thing goes to a man. Oh, I'm not saying like some men actually they can be stress free. Please, there's no man that is stress free. All of them are stressful. No man that's stress free. All of them are stressful. So you need patience. You need all the patience in the world. Men, all of them are stressful. So dating a man that is now way older than you, you need patience too. Everybody, men, men are stressful. Now going for the one that's now older than you, times four, times three, times two, you need all the extra patience. The patience to be okpo. You know what is when Nigerians say okpo, it means patience will be plenty. You need plenty of patience. Plenty, it should be a lot. So yeah. Guys, I want to say a big thank you for joining this live today. I have lost all the patience it is to continue with this life right now because I am tired. Because I'm tired, I've been talking for the last few hours. So thank you guys for joining my live today. I'll be back with more live to have a lovely, lovely